Hello, Shabai, and welcome back to the Welshman's Journey. And today we have the final game of Season 1 at Barrytown United against Cardiff Met Union. As you can see here, we've beaten them twice. We've drawn twice against them this season and beaten them once. And things have been all right, I suppose, since last episode then, which was that really dramatic 3-2 victory over Connah's Quay. Things went a little bit downhill. We went 3 games without a win. We lost 1-0 to Prestatyn, drew 1-1 with Carmarthen, and then lost 4-3 to Newtown, conceding very late on, unfortunately for us. But then 3 wins on the bounce. Rhys Thomas getting a brace, Rhys James getting a hat-trick against Cardiff Met. We were 3-0 up in this game, and they made it a little bit nervy just towards the end. But we won that game, and then we beat Carmarthen on a penalty as well. So we've just lost 2 games in a row, one against Newtown and one against Prestatyn, which leaves us in 10th position. We're not going to get relegated. We could finish as high as 8th. And this game is a little bit more important than you'd think, because you see here, where is it? Barry Boss comes under scrutiny. The Barrytown United hierarchy appear to finally be losing patience with manager Glyndwr. According to the Barry Football Chronicle, the Barry Football Chronicle are declaring that a bad result against Cardiff Met Uni in the forthcoming JD Welsh Premier League match could seal his fate. So we need to make sure that we don't lose today, because we could get sacked. But I suppose I might be looking to move on at the end of the season anyway. I've had a quick look at jobs, but not really that much there. So the team for today, then, we can stick with the same tactics. Conor Waring and goals, Dylan Rees, Curtis Watkins, Johnny Lynch and Kane Owen across the back. Chilekwa, Troy Greening, Tom Creamer and Liam Dawson in midfield. And Rhys James are behind, Rhys James is playing as the deep line forward behind Kane McLagan up front. Do apologise if I sound a little bit ill. I have got a bit of a cold right now, and you can probably tell that in my voice. But what I was thinking would be just a nice game to finish off the season and round up Season 1 actually has a little bit more riding on it now, considering that little article. Whether it's true or not, that's something else. Something we got to be wary of anyways. We got to be careful now that we don't kind of ruin the first season by getting sacked. I mean, 10th isn't alright. It's not where we want it to be, but Troy Greening with a corner in here. Comes out to Creamer into Chilekwa. Back to Creamer, strikes it. Oh. Yeah, as I was saying, 10th isn't the worst finish in the world. We haven't got relegated. That's the important thing. We expect to finish mid-table, and a win today could take us as high as 8th. So if we do win today, then I think the board will be fine with where they finished. Royal on the ball now. Gives it out wide to Jones. Up to Smith. Heads it into another Jones. Into the box. Oh, we've given away a penalty. Bloody Johnny Lynch. He's absolutely awful, Johnny Lynch. Our whole defence is terrible. If we had just even a half solid defence, then we wouldn't be anywhere near where we are right now. Smith scores a penalty. I don't think we've saved a single penalty this season. 10 minutes in, we're 1-0 down to bottom of the table. They're actually in some pretty good form. As soon as they got relegated, they started winning games. I'll bet that's a big game for the Cardiff Met Uni manager. And I really hope that we don't lose this, because it's going to be quite embarrassing to lose the bottom of the table. Chilekwa now, he gives it to Rees. Rees over the top to James. Yeah, James. Cross comes in. Oh, it's almost sneaked in at the near post there. Probably Kane McLagan could have tried to get on the end of that, but obviously not. Watkins wins the header now. It goes to Royal over the top. Bishop Wisdom. Oh, it's a good save by Waring. End-to-end action in this game, it seems. We've only had 1 shot on target. We're playing absolutely terribly. Our form is so inconsistent throughout the whole season. We'll win 3 games on the bounce, then lose 3 games on the bounce. Corner comes in from Smith now. Oh, we're 2-0 down. Sam Jones has scored. I have no idea how this is happening. We've conceded to a set piece here. Our defence is just all over the place all season. Smith brings the corner in. It's headed down, and Conor Waring. Jesus, we need a new goalkeeper as well. But the problem is, we can hardly sign anyone. Greening with a free kick now, strikes it. Oh, it's just over the bar. So we're 2-0 down against bottom of the table, and we're pretty much getting dominated. We're dominating possession, but we haven't really had much here. Smith with a corner in. It's headed away by Watkins. We could launch a counter-attack here. We've got the ball back. James over the top. Oh, there's no one there. What's the point of playing a long ball if there's no one there to chase it? Fuller with the ball up to McLagan now. Wins it back to James. He's got men coming up with him now. Goes up wide to Chilekwa. I don't think that pass was intended for him, but it worked. Cross comes in. and it's tipped over by Fuller. There's too many of those highlights in this game where the crosses just get tipped over. It really, really annoys me. Here's another ball. I can't imagine anything's going to happen from this. Now we've won it back, and it goes out for a throw-in. So we haven't really had any chances this game so far. Our attacking players are playing terribly. Well, our whole team is playing terribly. Let's be honest. Apart from Prima, who's having a half decent game. But it looks like we'll be going into half-time 2-0 down to bottom of the table with a penalty and a corner. I may as well just go aggressive, show me something else, and I think it's safe to say we should probably change this around. We'll go like that for now. See how that goes. We'll stick it onto attacking as well, up the tempo and more closing down. See how that changes things. See if we can improve on our first half. Well, anything really can improve on that first half performance. That was pretty awful, not gonna lie. But maybe second half now we come out all guns blazing. Owen with a throw in now. The ex-Cardiff Man player cross comes in. James, and we've got a penalty now. We've actually missed quite a lot of penalties this season. So excuse me for not getting too excited. Who's taking it? Greening. I don't know. He's the one that always misses as well. Troy Greening steps up from the penalty spot. What can he do? He scored. Wow. I'm genuinely surprised. We've actually scored a penalty. Troy Greening with his 6th goal of the season. That was actually a pretty good penalty as well. We're back in the game now. We're only 1 goal behind. All we need is another break, and we'll be back in this game then, and we can hopefully push on and win it, unless we concede in the next few minutes. I think the theme of this league is that the defensive are absolutely terrible, because there's been a lot of goals this season in a lot of games, not just including me now. Nothing really seems to be happening. Tell you what we'll do. We're going to move James to there. Bring on Macaulay Southern. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll switch Kramer to support as well. Push him up a little bit. See if we can't. Much more closing down. Get stuck in. Be more expressive. Oh, and get rid of. Oh no, yeah, that's fine. Confirm changes. They've got 20 minutes to save something from this game. They've got a free kick. It comes in. Oh, and they've scored. God damn it. Emlyn Lewis has scored. We've conceded not 3 set pieces. I don't know if you can count a penalty as a set piece, but it's been a pretty awful performance. And set pieces wise, we've conceded from a corner and a free kick. Unless we can score here, we're probably looking at a defeat. Johnny Lynch wins the header. It goes to Kramer. Kramer out wide to Dawson, who's been awful this season. That's the problem, is when players have been playing awful, we can't replace them because we've got no strength and depth. Greening now into McLagan. He gets tackled. Maybe a foul there, call for a foul, but wasn't given. Jones now, good interception by Johnny Lynch this time. Kramer with the ball up into Thomas. Finish it. Oh, it's a good save. A good save from Will Fuller, to be fair. Although he's got to be finishing that. Problem is with our strikers is their finishing is absolutely terrible. And it doesn't really. It's quite important for a striker to have good finishing, but yeah, maybe not in this league. Ian McLagan's on a 6.0 rating. Not really much else anyone else we can bring on. We'll bring on Fowler, if we actually let this, and put him on as an advanced playmaker. See if we can somehow salvage 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. Doesn't look like it. It looks like we're destined to finish 10th in the table, just scraping away, avoiding relegation. Oh, please don't concede a 4th, please. Corner comes in. It's cleared away. Nah, it's just going to be the end of the game here. We're going to have a three defeats in a row on the end of the first season, unfortunately. After such a good form, we've kind of fluffed it a bit, really, at the end. It's a little bit frustrating. Maybe if Joe Mazzaro didn't leave, we would have, I don't know, maybe had a better goalkeeper and not conceded so many goals, but that's probably wishful thinking. Full-time whistle goes. We've lost 3-1 to bottom of the table. And gonna have to say that was a terrible result. I don't know what it is with this game. It's just even if I keep the same formation and it just never lasts more than like 5 games. 2k, nice. We've received £2,000 for finishing 7th. And Airbus won the Welsh FA Cup. Oh no, the JD Welsh Cup. Jesus Christ. better play. That's the end of the first season then. I don't know whether we're actually going to get sacked or not. We look bored. I feel we should be slightly better, performing slightly better. But I mean, if we'd have won that game, they'd have probably loved us. But unfortunately, we didn't, and we were 5 points ahead of relegation zone, so it wasn't that close to it. So, the first season is done, and when the next episode comes out, you will find out whether we are at a different club. So I hope you enjoyed the first season, guys. If you're looking forward to the second one, please leave a like, and obviously if you want to see more, please subscribe, and if you have any tips or comments, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.